Hello there, my name is Anthony Barocas from Stream Tech here in the Birddog booth with Dan. Dan, it is a big NAB for you because these new cameras came out, just launched. Tell us about this. It feels like a whole new vision.
Look, it really is. I'm really excited about this NAB. We've been around for a little while now. We're 7 years old, since about the same time as NDI. And along the way, we've had a whole bunch of innovations and done a bunch of things that made a lot of noise. But it feels really right this year what we've been up to. So basically, what we've done is rethought how we're going to go about products to market and how we're going to build these things. So we've got these great new products that we've announced, not only announcing, but we're also shipping this month. And I think that's really exciting in general for the industry. It's quite often it's sort of got into this cadence of announcing and then sometime later things ship. And look, hey, hands up, we've been part of that too. But we really wanted to break that cycle. And I think we've done that in a really big way this year.
And I think it puts you in a little bit of a catch-22 in that you needed to make changes behind the scenes, which we won't get into. But that meant anything new that came out, if you listen to the end user and the end user says, don't announce it until you're ready to ship it, then you're sitting there saying,
It's like you've been reading my mind. I've been, the last 6 months, even more, has just been like keeping my mouth shut and just going, look, I know what's going on, but we've just been really quiet and just kind of getting on with things. This goes back to IBC last year. So in September, there's a similar show to this over in Amsterdam. And I really wanted to shout from the rooftops about what we've been up to. And typically that's what we would have done. But no, we've just been working away in the background. So this time we skipped a cycle and we can announce it and just go straight for it. And it's really exciting.
That's great. I have a review of the X1 coming out on streaming media, but this is also very cool. This you already had like a little box camera. That's right. So what is the impetus for this?
So all of our new products really, what we've done is we've looked at what people want to do with production cameras, with PTZ cameras, and also with box cameras as well. And we've kind of looked at how we can reimagine what that is. And so while we've had PTZs before, there's a whole bunch of new features in there, which I'm sure you're going to go into in the review. There's some pretty neat little tricks in there. And the same thing for this little guy is called Makai. And Makai, if you look at the black one, it looks a bit like a sushi roll, which is called a Makai. So that's where the name came from. But we've tried to take feedback that we've had from our customers and what people want to look at. All of our new cameras have got this cool new tele light, which we're calling the Halo tele. This one's not turned on right now. I'll get it on in a minute. But it means it's really easy to see which cameras are live on air. It's got all the kind of connections you'd like. It's a really easily mountable product. And we've got some cool new things which are just convenience features. So much like on the X1, there's an e-ink display. On this guy, we've got control buttons, so we can just adjust the framing just a little bit here and there. And it means that as you're doing a production, you can just get the things that you need done straight away and work through it really easily to get the shots looking as good as possible. Of course, with all of our products, they all do NDI. Right. These two are NDI HX3.
That's a big question though, because I talked to someone about Birddog and they're like, but wait, it's not a full NDI camera, and you guys are like synonymous with full NDI.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what is the reason for the change? Is this like, are all new products going to be HX, or are you still doing full NDI? What's the background there?
So we do NDI. And I think that's something really important. We have been really synonymous with full NDI, and that's because, I guess, getting back to that production value, we wanted to have the highest quality, the highest sort of experience you could have with this, to look towards replacing things like SDI and other kind of formats. Now that NDI HX3's come out, it gave us an opportunity to put a bit of our flavour on NDI HX as well. So with these cameras, one of the biggest problems we've had in the past with NDI HX is the latency, or the speed it takes to process. Right. When you're doing live, it needs to be live. You want it to have, you can't have a second live delay. Yeah, live. And so what we've done with this is our NDI HX3 not only meets the NDI HX3 standards, but it goes way past that in terms of how fast we process and keeping the image quality right.
I have to admit, in the review, I put it against the P200.
Yeah.
And it was slightly faster than the P200.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I'm moving my hand. And this guy with HX3 was delivering into the computer faster than the P200.
You got it. That doesn't mean we're going away from full NDI though.
Okay.
So this is the whole point, is what I think is NDI started to be a bit fractious, where you've got full NDI, you've got HX, HX2, HX3, and I know you've been a little bit, you've been working through that as well.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, what we really need to do is wrap our arms around that whole format and say it's NDI. It shouldn't really matter to your production. There's different products that work differently and better in different formats. So having a small PTZ that's low power, that's used in a production environment, in a lot of cases, NDI HX3 with the speed that we've now got in there works really well.
Yes.
Conveniently though, we've just had NDI 6 come out. And with NDI 6 there's things like HDR and some really high-end video formats that we can
Right.
And that's where full NDI kind of amps it up another level. So what you'll see from us is we're still doing both formats. Our converters are getting updated to support both full NDI and all the HX formats. So it should no longer be a question about is it HX, is it full NDI?
Interesting.
It's part of the whole ecosystem.
Are you looking at perhaps like a two-tiered product line, like a more affordable HX line and then a higher-end 10-bit Pro line or a full NDI line?
So now you make me sweat a bit because I'm not announcing things until we're shipping them, so I can't really talk about things like that. But that would be a pretty logical kind of thing to look at.
If one were to presuppose, that could be a way to go.
That could be a way to go, yes. I think there's definitely room for both in different production environments. These guys released at a price positioning which I think is absolutely killer for what they're going to be used for. The PTZ camera, the X1, starts at under $1,000. This Makai camera is a 4K 60 camera and it's $1,295. The picture quality you get out of these things is absolutely amazing in the performance. But there's higher end productions, there's high end broadcast and things as well. And so of course we want to cater to that. That's we've been really part of that. So this is the first of a range of things that we're announcing. So.
Well, I'm happy to see the new Birddog or Birddog 2.0.
Let's go with that.
Okay, let's go with that. And congratulations on the launch of the new cameras. And NAB is finally, you're able to spill the beans.
I love it. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks so much for your support too.
My name is Anthony Barocas here at NAB 2024. Thanks for watching.